Hey guys, it's Patrick at SpartanSubs.com here with Derek Ciocca, Marketing Director for the Ronnie Coleman Signature Series. Derek, if you could go back in time to when you were 16, 17, what would you recommend for tips for new trainers looking to gain size and strength and, get bigger?
When I was a young kid, 17, 18, just getting into bodybuilding and being a fan, luckily I did have a few people around me, my uncle who'd been doing bodybuilding for a long time, to use for advice. I guess really the biggest thing that I did not know about that I needed more research, more advisement on was nutrition, because the first thing I always tell people, even we sell supplements, obviously we want you to buy the supplements. The very first thing I always tell everybody, no matter what their goal, age, fitness level is that it all starts with food.
Absolutely.
If your food and nutrition is not correct, then you might as well not work out and not buy supplements, because you're missing out a lot. So what I would do if I was 18 years old is get a true understanding of the basic macro ingredients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, and do some self-research, and I always advise self-education, because you learn better that way when you're actually trying to just go out and do the research yourself. And then also get the advice from somebody who's been doing it for a long, long time. Find somebody who knows nutrition, who's been doing, whether it's bodybuilding or if it's just a fitness lifestyle or if it's a sport or whatever it is your fitness goal is, find somebody who has been an experienced person in that field and go get their advice on it first. But the first thing, if I had to give one piece of advice, is truly understand nutrition, because it is 75% of the entire game of whatever you're trying to do. So I wish I knew more about nutrition then, and hey, maybe I'd have a little more progress where I am now. But
you're not going too bad, man. You're making some progress.
I'm getting there. I'll get there one day. Yeah, nutrition number one, 100%.
What would you recommend? Like, obviously the Ronnie Coleman Signature Series has grown quite a bit. They've got some fantastic products. For new trainers, what would you recommend as the top 2 or 3 essential products?
Absolutely a protein. We have a few different ones, as well as a mass gainer. It's in the protein category. Just has carbohydrates in it as well. For a younger or beginner, I would recommend starting off with a good multivitamin, as well as a protein. So we have 3 choices for them, really. Isotropic Max, which is a 100% pure whey protein isolate, as clean as it gets. That we just came out with some brand new flavors, German chocolate, things like that. The flavors are unreal. It doesn't taste like it's as clean as it says, but it is. So again, the highest quality, highest BCAA ratio in the protein for WPI. Then we have Proantium, which is more of a blended protein. You have WPC, casein, egg, so you get a little bit of slower, extended release protein, as well as 5 grams of creatine and 5 grams of betaine for muscle recovery and absorption as well. And then we also have King Mass, a mass gainer. So you're going to get your protein content in there, but then you're also going to get a high carbohydrate level as well for anyone who's trying to really increase their calories as well as gain size and strength. And it's dosed real nice. There's a lot of mass gainers that have just this massive shovel scoop in there, and what if you don't want the full serving, or what? How do you measure that? So we have a nice scoop that's manageable, and you can go 2, 3, or 4 scoops. And the big 15-pound bag, a lot of those look big, and they last 14, 15 days. Our 15-pound bag will last you an entire month, even if you use the full 4 scoop serving the whole time. So protein, either an isolate, a blended recovery protein, or a mass gainer, depending on your goals. Definitely a protein number 1. Protein builds muscle. Ronnie says it all the time. It's the most important thing that you need to take in as far as nutrition goes.
Absolutely. So you're saying keeping the supplement side very simple. You see the things mentioned are just extracts of food, just in a higher amount for high concentration, and better either faster or slower digestion to augment what you're already getting from your diet. What do you got planned for yourself, Derek? You're obviously looking in good, damn fine shape.
Yeah, I'm getting in a little bit of shape here. Ronnie has a show, Ronnie Coleman Classic, May 9th in Fort Worth, Texas, right outside of Dallas, Ronnie's hometown. So I've competed before. I haven't done a show in about 4 years. It's been madness since I signed on with Ronnie, and time of my life. But when you're doing a show, you really got to be. I'm on the road doing it now, so I'm finding out how hard that is too. But if I'm going to do another show, why not do Ronnie's? It's just one for self-challenge. I'm always a guy that likes to challenge myself. But it's a great thing for marketing, not just for marketing, just for the products of the company. But it's like, look, there's guys inside inside this company that besides Ronnie, that we live the lifestyle, we live this life, and you know, if we're designing the products, you better be damn sure that you know we're designing the standards of someone who competes and is you know trying to be a high-level competitor. So you know that's another reason behind it as well. So the last 8-9 weeks here, I'll be documenting and kind of putting them up through our channels and letting everyone in. I just really like to let the consumer, the fan, kind of an inside look inside the company, because when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, just getting into supplements, getting into the fitness industry, you know, one of the things I was most interested in was like, you know, what happens behind the scenes in these companies that I'm spending my money on for the products, and I want to know, like, you know, who's designing them, who's back there doing the work, because, you know, I'm gonna give my money to somebody at the end of the day, right? And so I just wanted to try to let everybody know that, you know, we're a business, and obviously we're here to do that and keep the business running, and people's, you know, livelihood is on the line. But at the end of the day, we all truly love what we do and are passionate about it enough to get on stage. That comes through in everything that we do, all the way down to the product that you are spending your money on. So you know you're going to get something quality, because one, Ronnie's not going to let anything go through that's not quality. But two, all of us behind it on Ronnie's team have the same and share the same passion that comes down from him.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens, man. We're going to get on stage one way or the other. Being on the road with Ronnie is it's a time of my life, like I said, but man, you better be ready for no sleep and a lot of pain. So
I trained with these guys when they were out here last time. They came to our gym, came to the store, and they do not mess about when it comes to training.
No, sir.
So these guys know they're resurrecting every night. They're needing the Maya Blitz every day to get themselves amped for a workout, and nothing goes amiss. If you want to make it work, you'll make it work. Absolutely.
One thing I learned from Ronnie is that, you know, there's no excuses. You don't give yourself another option. If that's what you want to do and you truly want to get it done, you just get it done. You find a way, one way or the other. And I thought I pushed myself hard before, and I did. But you know, when you get with him, he brings a different level out in anyone that's going to be around him. So yeah, I found a whole nother gear, a couple of them.
No doubt. Awesome, man. Thank you for your time, Joe.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
And we're looking forward to seeing what we got from Ronnie Coleman Signature Series. From Patrick and Derek, the Arnold Classic 2015. We're out.